Hi everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the second half of November from the 16th through the 30th. Before we dive into that, I just wanted to address a couple of things that have been brought to my attention. So if you want to fast forward, if you don't want to listen to this portion of it, I'll go ahead and timestamp it down below where you can just head straight into the actual reading itself. So I did receive a message from a male viewer bringing it to my attention that my messages are geared more so towards the feminine or a female. And, like I've always started all of my readings, I do say that you got to take the messages and custom tailor it to what makes sense for you. And that includes gender. If you're watching for a female, then interpret the messages, if it makes sense, of course, for your situation and your connection with yourself and the other person. If, you guys are in a same-sex relationship, same thing applies. Okay, so at the end of the day, the demographic for my channel is mostly female, about 85%, I believe. And so I guess that is how I channel my messages, geared more towards a feminine audience. But of course, not to insult the masculines or male viewers here. So again, take it for how it resonates with you, release what doesn't, because not every single reading will make sense for you, which is why it's general. Okay, it's a reading for a huge number of people that are tuning in. And the only way for me to hone in on your particular storyline is for you to book a private reading. Okay, so for general readings, again, take what resonates, release what doesn't. So that was one message that I received. And the other thing was I also received an email from a female viewer. For those of you who are pretty familiar with my content, I really don't post a whole lot of videos where there's sexual content or cards that contain sexual messages or images. But, I have been gifted quite a few from my friends and amazing soul sisters who were nice enough to gift me these decks. And so I did end up using a deck by Fire Witch Tarot. It was the Opium Tarot. And it's a tarot deck, and it does contain sexual images. And if you guys are familiar with Fire Witch Tarot, she's an amazing reader. She's an amazing deck creator. And yes, a lot of her content is sexual in nature. Okay, so not to take away from that at all, because that's her thing, and that's the type of decks that she is creating. And therefore, if I decide to feature any decks that contain any sexual content, images, messages, if any of that makes you feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form, you can certainly fast forward. You can skip the reading. You can skip that section. And of course, the more drastic step would be to unsubscribe, which I hope you don't, but that is your choice. And this person also went on to say that I needed to be true to my channel, which I can assure you, I'm always true to my channel. I don't ever post anything on here that I'm not comfortable with. So if it makes you uncomfortable in any way as a viewer, do what you got to do, So that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that, guys. That just really hit a bit of a nerve with me, because I try my best to upload videos that I feel for the collective would benefit a huge number of people. Yes, it's a general reading. We're not miracle workers here. We're just reading cards. And yes, I do tap into some of these cards intuitively. That's just what I do. So if that's not your cup of tea, there's other readers out there that I'm sure will be. So to each his own, So that's all I'm going to say about that, guys. Let's dive right into your reading. All right, Geminis, let's get right into your reading here. So again, we're focusing on the second half of November from the 16th through the 30th. And the focus question that I have for this particular reading is what your angel guides need you to know about your soul connection. What is it that you need enlightenment on when it comes to this connection with a particular person that you're focused for this reading? So these are the 3 decks that we'll be using to start things off. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, a very Merry Christmas Oracle. And honestly, I can't believe how fast this year has flown. And Christmas is right around the corner. So we'll grab a message from that, and then we'll grab a message from the Piney Rose Crush edition by Calico Moon. This third one is my self-created deck. It's called the Love and Life Oracle, which delves into the world of how we perceive love when we first fall into it, and ultimately how life's twists and turns affect that love connection as time unfolds, okay? So let's start with that, Gemini, and see how this all goes for you, all right? And needless to say, it's general, so again, take from it what makes sense for you. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides for my Geminis here. What is your first focus message? This one is looking at me here. Caution alert. So, you know, it's sort of like a red flag vibe coming from that card. What is it that you're being cautioned towards, Gemini? All right, so we're going to have to see what that's all about. You're being cautioned in some way here for the second half of the month. Okay, so let's grab your next message from the Pining Rose Crush edition here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. So we have a warning. You're being cautioned. What's up with that? All right, let's grab this one. Ooh, in search of a wife. So what I'm getting from these two messages is that maybe the person that you have in mind, especially for those of you looking for a wife, okay? Male or female viewer. So maybe the person that you're focused on might not be wifey material here, or there's something that you're being cautioned about the connection. All right, so we're going to have to, of course, add to that to see why that's coming through in that way. Let's add to that. In search of a wife. Okay, so let's add to this. Let's see what your message is from the Love and Life Oracle here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. So this deck has two messages. We'll take a look and see what that is. I'm guided to this card here. The love message, love is blind. The life message, you've opened my eyes to how beautiful life can be. You know, so I kind of feel for those of you resonating with this already, whoever it is that you're thinking about, Gemini, somebody that you feel you have the type of connection where there could be a long-term commitment here, somebody that you could see yourself getting married to. And maybe there are certain things that you don't see when it comes to this person, because love is blind. It is. But you're being cautioned against a particular aspect of this connection here somehow. So what is it that you're being cautioned about? All right, so let's add to this and see how this is all going to go. Okay, so we're going to pull from On the Horizon, the On the Horizon Oracle, not the tarot. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. I love her decks because oftentimes, you know, there's a counterpart to the oracle. So take a look at this. So she's got both the oracle and the tarot. But today we're going to be pulling messages from the oracle deck. All right, Gemini. What else do we need to know here? What do your angel guides need you to know about your soul connection with this person? Love is blind. Yes, it is. We don't always see the red flags in a connection when perhaps our judgment is clouded because we're just seeing things from the surface and not really looking beneath the surface. I'm also feeling here, Gemini, that maybe you're just really attracted to this person. You're in love with this person. You see yourself getting married to this individual. But clearly we've got that caution bell right here, okay? It's like ding, 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 caution alert. Pay attention. All right, so what's up? What's up with this soul connection? Why are you being cautioned here? What's up with that? Embrace. Okay? Maybe there's something about this person's embrace that you really love, just being able to hug them and hold them. And as this card says, you've opened my eyes to how beautiful life can be. And you want to hold on to that. Now, this is interesting. We've got reconciliation. So this could be an indication for some of you that you're not with this person right now. Maybe the timing is a little bit off. We've got incoming, changes ahead. Whether those changes are good, it's too soon to say. But change is good. Typically, change is good. But sometimes those changes can rock the boat a little bit. So we're going to have to see what the rest of the messages bring forward. We do have focus. Okay, maybe that's part of what it is you're being cautioned by here, Gemini, that you're being told to focus on the bigger picture, perhaps. And this is a camera lens right here. So I kind of feel maybe you're keeping tabs on this person somehow. Or you know that there are changes that need to happen here in order for you guys to have this reconciliation. In a way, I kind of see this as that caution alert. You know, it's like pay attention to the signs that are trying to grab your attention right now. There's a reason why that's coming through in that way. It's like if you were driving and obviously if you see a sign that's cautioning you, you're going to slow down and you're going to be mindful of what's around you and what it is that you need to pay attention to. But look at this. This person is coming through as your twin flame, Gemini. And I mean, Geminis are the twins, right? So for some of you, it could be a fellow Gemini that you're thinking about, but this person that you are in separation from, because we have the reconciliation card here, they are your twin flame. But I have a feeling you already know that. You might not have a label for it, but you know that this is a very special soul connection here. Look at this next card. Chemistry. I mean, the sparks between the two of you, it's crazy. You guys still feel drawn to each other. And I'm also feeling this for some of you guys, even though you had to let each other go for whatever reason. And I don't know where this is coming from, but look at this energy. It's like you didn't want to let go. They didn't want to let go. They wanted to hold on to you forever. But something was not lining up, perhaps. So whoever identifies with the divine masculine energy, and again, let me reiterate, it's just energy, so it can be female or male. Whoever identifies with the divine masculine energy here is the one who is searching for this person to be your wife, to be your divine counterpart in this lifetime. This could have been an issue, money matters. Maybe you guys were arguing about money matters and, you know, it kind of created a very unstable foundation for the partnership. Okay, but maybe since you guys have been in separation, somebody has either gotten a job or they're doing much better financially. Maybe you are. And you guys pooling your money together can certainly bring about a more stable foundation in the partnership, being able to provide for each other and for a better future. And then we have Paradise Getaway. And it's interesting, who did I do a reading for? I believe it was for Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. This card came through and I read it because based off of their messages, the surrounding messages, I read it as Paradise Get Away. That they needed to get away from somebody to head towards paradise. But, you know, it depends on how you read this card. It's a paradise getaway, you know. And maybe, Gemini, when you're with this person, you feel like you are in paradise. They are your paradise. But because we have a reconciliation card here, there's a reason perhaps why you guys are not together right now. This person really opened up your eyes, as it says, to how beautiful life can be. And I mean, that's such a beautiful image right there, a paradise. And then we've got a way out, anything is possible. Okay, so even though we've got red flags, caution alerts coming through here, there's a way out of this, that at the end of the day, anything is possible as long as you guys actually work together. It's not impossible for you guys to overcome whatever obstacles are in your way. That's presenting itself here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this. We'll pull some messages from You Have My Heart, Soul Lovers, and Separation deck. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini for the second half of November. All right, what else do your angel guides need you to know about this soul connection? Okay. Oh, wow. You are my true love. I admire you. I care about you. I trust you. I respect you. And I love you unconditionally. Whoa. I'm not surprised to see this reconciliation card. Because, again, no matter what broke you guys up, no matter why you're not together, I have a feeling here, Gemini, this is somebody that really captured your heart. You love them still. They love you still. This is a magnetic soul connection that will forever be a part of your heart space, no matter what happens. Look at this message. Oh my gosh. Walking away from you was the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. To this day, it's still my biggest regret. If only I could turn back time. You see, somebody had to walk away, but at the same time, they didn't want to. But at the same time, I kind of feel they had to, whatever journey they were on in their life. So this applies to both of you. Somebody had to do the walking away. If it wasn't you, Gemini, then it was your other person. Or your person. They regret it if they did walk away from you. This was not easy at all. The next message, I can't get you out of my head. I think about you always. I know that we are soulmates forever, entwined for eternity. So we already have the twin flame card, but some of you guys might identify more with a soulmate connection here. They think about you all the time, or you think about each other. Your love makes my day, my week, my month, my year, and my life. No wonder they can't stop thinking about you. They can't get you out of their head. And I have a feeling here for some of you guys, this is you as well. You can't stop thinking about this individual. I would wait for eternity to be with you. I will never let you go. You see? Embrace, and just that image right there. This message, you are my one true love. I have been waiting a lifetime for you. Whoa, that keeps popping up. You guys perhaps feel the same way, that this is true love right here. This is a once in a lifetime type of connection. And what's coming through here is that maybe you guys are willing to wait until the timing is right for you to come back together. I love how that's falling right below twin flame. I would wait for an eternity to be with you. I will never let you go. But obviously you're not together. So energetically, in your heart of hearts, you guys are still very much connected. You never let each other go in your hearts. So I'm not surprised if you are connecting in the fifth dimension here. You had to let each other go in the 3D world. But telepathically, in the fifth dimension, I feel, for those of you resonating with this, and you might even feel your person's presence, even from a distance, you're still feeling their presence in your life. You might even be seeing each other in your dreams. Look at this next message. I crave your sexual healing. I fantasize about pleasing you every day. I'm on fire waiting for you. There's that reference to waiting again. So despite the circumstances of where you guys are at, I really feel you guys are just biding your time. You're okay with waiting. But there are those of you I also feel who are just a little bit antsy and impatient. And maybe that's where this caution is coming from. It's like, it's not the right time. You're being cautioned to perhaps not take any sort of action right now, or it's just a time to wait. Because when this is meant to be in the 3D world, life will present you with solutions on how to make that happen. One last message. I believe the best is yet to come. Keep praying, stay positive, and keep believing in us. So for those of you who have turned to prayer, tapping into your faith and knowing at the end of the day that this is still meant to be, regardless of the circumstances, and positive thinking can certainly help manifest that. The best is yet to come. If you believe it, Gemini, that's half the battle. And I really do feel here the person you're thinking about for this reading, they love you. They still want you. They see this as a true love connection. They want to marry you. My feminines, if you're wanting a particular masculine to be your husband, your soul spouse, I feel you guys are on the same wavelength. You're both wanting and thinking the same thing. But it's also very important to not be blind, because remember, we've got love is blind, to not be blind to whatever it is that's cautioning you, whatever issues have popped up in the connection, because that needs to be addressed so that you guys don't bring past baggage into a reconciliation. Okay? So let's grab some tarot here from my tarot teacher deck. This is a deck for those who are not familiar, a deck I created for beginners, really, for those who would like to learn how to read tarot. It does contain upright and reversed meanings for each card, so super simple to use. If that's something you're interested in, the deck shop link is down below. And as always, everyone's links are down below, every single creator that you see here. All right, Gemini, what else do you need to know here? This is your twin flame and or your soulmate, somebody that you feel such an intense chemistry with. This is true love right here. You guys want a reconciliation and you might just be able to get it. We have a way out. Anything is possible here. Okay, we do have the Four of Cups. So for some of you guys, maybe your person is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Four of Cups can be a missed opportunity, So life might just hand you the opportunity to have a fresh new beginning with this person. But if nobody takes any sort of action, then it can be a missed opportunity here. And this is also a card of contemplation, of kind of reevaluating where things are. Somebody's daydreaming about you. You guys are fantasizing about each other. We already have this card coming through here. I crave your sexual healing and fantasizing about pleasing you every day. So I'm not surprised to see that. But during this time of separation, there was this stagnant energy, that disconnectedness between the two of you. And either one of you or both of you could have been really depressed with how things played out. But this is also a card of heavy contemplation and meditation, and just kind of go within and really figure things out for yourself. Get into a better headspace here. So this might give us also an indication of what happened. The Five of Wands, which is picking up off of fire. So some of you guys, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, for your person. This is a card of competition. If there was competition here, rivalry and conflicts, then there could have been third-party situations for some of you. But this is a card of tension, of arguments, somebody who might feel really defensive. It's a lot of pent-up energy from that. Somebody could have a really bad temper, just egos that are clashing. But it's that competition, these arguments could have stemmed from whatever this competition was. Either somebody was throwing their energy into maybe working too much, or they just weren't available, or there could have been a third person involved. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Wands coming through here. This is a very passionate knight. Could also be a little bit hot-tempered there, okay? So it could have been a masculine who possibly might have entered into a third-party situation here. This is a very sexy, charming, flirtatious knight. Fearless, just unafraid to go after what or who it is that they want. So yeah, this could certainly represent the divine masculine here. Again, energy, okay? Action-oriented. So I feel when this knight is ready, they're going to take action to be able to manifest this back into a reunion, a reconciliation here. And then we've got the Hierophant followed by, look at this, followed by the Fool. So we've got a fresh new beginning here. And the Hierophant picking up off of Taurus specifically. In the upright, it's all about traditions and ethics and wisdom, but it's also a card of commitment, of marriage. And it's so interesting how it's a card of having blind faith. Love is blind, okay? It's having blind faith that at the end of the day, if you guys are meant to be, life will find a way to bring you guys back together. And there's also a spiritual lesson that's tied into that Hierophant. And then here we are with the Fool's energy. Take that leap of faith and welcome in that new beginning. You guys can still bring in the love and have more adventures together. And part of the issue here for some of you guys could have been that somebody was bad at commitment before, but I have a feeling that this person is ready to commit. It's right next to this Hierophant energy. So they want a new beginning with you, Gemini. They're ready to commit. They want marriage here. They want long-term commitment. They want long-term commitment. And it's interesting, we've got the Five of Swords coming through here. You know, so fives are very challenging energy. And this is just reiterating the fact that somebody walked away. There were conflicts and competition here. So somebody had to walk away because there was somebody else in the picture. So for now, we've got a stalemate. Okay, so you guys are at a crossroads. There are decisions that need to be made here. But, you know, maybe the timing might be a little bit off, which is why you're being cautioned perhaps to just have patience to see this through. Because I really do feel that it can still work out in your favor as far as being with this person, marrying this person, building a life and spending your life with this individual. I just feel you guys are on the same page and wanting the same things. Twin flames often do mirror each other. That's what's coming through there. So, you know, try not to trip out that you guys are not together right now. You might not be hearing from your person or seeing them, but you will be offered a new beginning here when the time is right, especially once your person has come to the conclusion that they're ready to commit. It's either that or you need to come to that conclusion when you're ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this, Gemini, with some messages from the Journey of Love deck, Volume 1 and 2 by Bridget of Divine Essentials. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Second half of November. What do we have here? All right. Oh my gosh, look at that. Number 2, partnership. It's always been you. It's always been you, Gemini. There's been nobody else in this person's heart. Even though you had to detach and break things off, whoever did the walking away never stopped loving you. And I have a feeling here you have always loved this person too. I finally see clarity. Okay? So I feel you guys are at a stalemate because your person hasn't had the clarity that's needed in order to manifest this reconciliation. Not yet. Or take it, of course, if it's reversed for your situation and if you feel you need more time. But eventually there will be a breakthrough here. Look at this next message. There we are. Reconciliation. Number 25. It's time to unite and work together now. So I don't feel you're there yet, but that's the second message of reconciliation here. This is where you guys are headed. And I was just about to say headed towards reconciliation and an ascension in your partnership. And then this was the next card, ascending. Okay? And also, if these numbers mean anything to you guys, then it's definitely trying to grab your attention here. 2, 20, 25, and 8. I'm not that well versed on numerology, so look these up if you'd like. But this card does say we have a special purpose, my love. I mean, true love came through twice here. We'll grab a couple more. Comparison, number 39. Nobody could ever take your place. And I do feel that here. That doesn't mean that you guys haven't entered into other partnerships since the separation. Some of you guys certainly could have. But nobody was able to compare to what the two of you had. And then we've got eternally yours. Eternity. Wow. This is forever right here. They want forever with you. And so when you guys get to a point where you're ready to commit, to be together, to bring about this reconciliation, I feel this one's going to stick. It's forever this time. It's forever this time. And maybe you guys had to go into separation for things to come to a point where you really appreciate the connection for what it is. All right, so let's add to this with my Sugar and Spice Oracle. And it does contain sexual content, a little naughty, a little nice. This is probably, I think, one of my only decks that really contain the more racy messages. But again, if it makes you uncomfortable, feel free to fast forward through the next section. All right, let's take a look here at Gemini. Second half of November. What else do your angel guides need you to know about your soul connection? I love this one. Okay, molasses. You can't rush finding it, falling into it, healing from losing it. Love. You can't rush the change of seasons, divine timing. Patience. You can't rush forgiveness, moving on, learning lessons, growth. Sometimes being slow like molasses is a good thing, a very good thing, which is why I feel it comes down to timing here. I'm getting all tongue-tied. It comes down to timing, divine timing. Can't be rushed. Cannot be rushed. So it'll happen, I feel, Gemini, when the time is right. All right, we've got a few here. We've got marshmallows. I feel like I'm on cloud 9 when I'm with you. I love your sense of humor, our lighthearted conversations, your pillowy lips and tasty kisses. Your love makes me feel like I'm floating on air. You have the sweetest smile that brightens up my day and night. That's such a beautiful message. We also have cumin. Come in. I won't bite unless you want me to. I'll make sure all those parasite exes you've dealt with in the past stay the hell away. Love with me is far from the mundane. I'll keep you on your toes. Of course, you don't have to worry about keeping physically active. I've got that covered too. Okay, so there's something about exes here that might have been causing drama in the partnership, or somebody might have decided to go back to an ex, or again, an ex that was causing issues in this partnership. But ultimately, with two reconciliation cards, this is two people that still love each other, care for each other, desire each other, crave each other. And it's just a matter of time before you guys come back. We have parsley. I'm warning you now, I'm pretty fresh. I'll undoubtedly add flavor to your life. I want to be the center of your attention. Please don't just set me aside and forget about me. Otherwise, our connection will be all dried up. Okay? And I have a feeling this could have been a challenge for some of you guys, where maybe your person made you feel like an afterthought, especially if there were third-party situations here. But I feel more so that this is a thing of the past, because obviously you guys are not together right now. And, you know, whoever was made to feel this way, it's like, don't just set me aside and forget about me. I'm right here. I'm your true love. I'm the one that you're meant to be with for the rest of your life. And I really feel here, based off of the surrounding messages, that lesson has been learned. Whoever made the other feel unwanted, uncherished, unloved, they've worked on themselves perhaps, and now really want to put in the effort towards committing in this partnership. That's what's presenting itself there. All right. So that wasn't too racy. Let's go ahead and add to this with messages from my Heart and Soul deck. I've got so many cards here. You wouldn't even believe it. It makes it so hard to just grab them. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, so the Heart and Soul Love Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Second half of November. What else do we need to know here, please? What else? Lost and found. You have always been my guiding light. When I'm worried, sad, overwhelmed, uncertain, scared, anxious, depressed, confused, you are always there to help me find my way through this maze called life. I'd be lost without you, and I'm forever grateful that my path led me to you. And I really do feel when you guys went into separation, you both felt lost. That you just feel at home in the partnership. We have chances. We take chances. We have to take risks in love. Sometimes we get burned. Sometimes we get stung. The key is to never stop taking chances. You never know. That last chance you take might be the one that leads you to the ultimate happiness. So I really do feel here, Gemini, this connection, this soul connection, and what your angel guides are really wanting to convey to you is that it's worth another try. It's worth a second chance. And then we've got voyage. This has been a fantastic voyage between you and I. I can't wait to share more days and nights with you, always enjoying each other's company. There are no awkward silent moments. There never has been. You're my favorite adventure. I'm ready for more. Okay, wanting to have more adventures with each other. You guys could have also loved to travel, if that applies for some of you. And then we've got chosen coming through. You are the one that I want to walk through my days and nights with, the one that occupies every second of my everyday. Please hold my hand forever and never let me go. You see, there's something about not wanting to let go. And if you remember from this deck here, I would wait for eternity to be with you. I will never let you go. And this card says, please hold my hand forever and never let me go. And remember, right from the very beginning, that's what I felt. That you guys had to let each other go, but you did not want to. Okay, you didn't want to, but circumstances called for you to detach and to let go of each other. And that could have certainly been a blessing, that experience, because now we've got two people who are ready to put everything into this connection. Everything. All right, guys, so let's close this out with some final messages from the Lover's Oracle deck to wrap things up here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Second half of November, 16th through the 30th. Some final messages from your angel guides. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I love it. Look at this next message. Sound familiar? Twin flames, okay? Second time right here. Twin flames. So for those of you that resonate with the fact that you are in a twin flame connection, maybe you had your suspicions that you were in a twin flame connection. Well, this is clarification of that for some of you. Your passion ignites. It's this passion that will light the fire and the spark and the chemistry that you share for each other. And bottom of the deck, and it's so true, only time will tell. All right? So have patience, guys. Have patience that what's meant for you will come for you when the time is right. And I just happened to glance at the next card. We've got soulmate as well. Okay? Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. Wow, such beautiful messages here, Gemini, for the second half of November. Take from it, as always, whichever message you're most guided towards. And I really do hope this offered you some guidance you could use at this time. That's it for now, guys. And again, for those who are interested in having your own personal private reading, that information is down below. And currently I've got mini readings and basic readings still available. I have put full-length readings on hold for now, just to give me the opportunity to catch up, and I'll open it back up starting January 2nd. But again, all of that info is on my website. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My email and all contact info is down below. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thank you so very much. Take care of yourselves. And for those who celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you have a blessed and very happy one. Take care.